we have given rational fraction and we have to rewrite this fraction to sum of partial fractions. How we do this? First we have to check the power of numerator and denominator. In this example we have in numerator x to first power x to cube in denominator, so everything is okay. The power of numerator is less than power of denominator. Next step, we have to factorize our denominator. So let me copy our numerator and denominator. First we can factorize x. So in parentheses will be x squared minus x minus 2. So this is equal. In parentheses we have quadratic function. So we try to factorize this. So numerator again we will copy. X also. And what next? We need to find two numbers which I multiply and then we have negative 2. And when I add them, I will have negative 1. So it will be x minus 2 and x plus 1, because negative 2 times 1 give me negative 2, and negative 2 plus 1 give me negative 1. I have here coefficient invisible 1. So everything is okay. I factorize our denominator. Now every factor of our denominator will be denominator of our partial fractions. So first we have x, next we have x minus 2, and the last factor is x plus 1. And what will be in numerators? Always when we have different linear factors, in the numerator we have constants. So it will be a, we can write b, c. And we need to find these constants. These constants are our unknowns. So let me copy one more time our original equation, which is in factorized denominator. With factorized denominator, so we leave 4x minus 2 over x times x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus, and we have a over x plus b over x minus 2 plus c over x plus 1. To find a and b, first step, we have to get rid of our denominators. So we will multiply both sides of our equation by the lowest common denominator, and always the lowest common denominator is the denominator of our original fraction. So it will be x times x minus 2 times x plus 1. Both sides we have to multiply. And we see that x will reduce with x, x minus 2 with x minus 2, x plus 1 with x plus 1. So on the left side we'll have only 4x minus 2. This is equal, and on the right side we have to multiply every fraction in brackets by this whole term. When we multiply first fraction by x minus x times x minus 2 times x plus 1, we see that x and x will reduce, and we will have only a times x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus, and next the second fraction we multiply by this whole expression, so x minus 2 will reduce with x minus 2, and we have only b times x plus 1. And the third fraction we need to multiply, so x plus 1 and x plus 1 we can reduce, and we will have x only times x minus 2. So now the easiest way to find a and b is to check when one of these terms will cancel out. We see that for x equals 2, here will be 0, so 0 times x plus 1 times a give me 0, so this term disappear, and for x equals 2, the third term disappears, so we will have only unknown b. And for x equals negative 1, the first and the second term will disappear, and for x equals 0, the second and third. So let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. Let's put first that x is equal 0. It doesn't matter which number you choose first. So now we have to substitute x's by 0 on both sides of our equation. So will be, let me underline our equation. So will be 4 times 0 minus 2 on the left side, and on the right will be a. 0 minus 2, 0 plus 1 plus b times 0, 0 plus 1 plus c times 0, 0 minus 2. 4 times 0 is 0, so we have only negative 2 on the left side. On the right will be a times negative 2 times 1, so it will be negative 2, and here will be 0, and on the last term will be 0, so we don't have to write. So now we divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 and negative 2 we can reduce. So we have that a is equal, negative divided by negative, we positive 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we have a, and now we need to find b and c. So next I will write that x is equal negative 1. So now we will substitute x's by negative 1 on both sides of our equation. So we have 4 times negative 1 minus 2. This is equal a times negative 1 minus 2, of course, I forgot. And negative 1 plus 1 plus b times negative 1, negative 1 plus 1 plus c times negative 1, negative 1, negative 2. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, negative 2, so it will be negative 6. This is equal. Negative 1 plus 1 give me 0, so 0 times whatever give me 0, so we don't have the first term and the second, and we will have only c times negative 1 times negative 3 is 3. Now we divide both sides by 3, so 3 and 3 we can reduce, and we have that c is equal, negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. We have c, so now we will find b when we substitute that x is equal to, what will be? We will have 4 times 2 minus 2 on the left side. This is equal, we have a, 2 minus 2, 2 plus 1 plus b, 2 times 2 plus 1 plus c times 2 and 2 minus 2. I just substitute to this equation every x by 2. So now we have 4 times 2 is 8 minus 2 is 6. This is equal, 2 minus 2 give me 0, so the first term and the last term will cancel out, and we have only b times 2 times 3 is 6. So now I will divide both sides by 6. 6 and 6 we can reduce, so we have that b is equal, 6 divided by 6 is 1. So now we can come back to our original problem, and we will rewrite that our original fraction is equal to sum of these 3 partial fractions. So let me copy our problem. 4x minus 2 over x cubed minus x squared minus 2x. This is equal, a, we found that this is 1, and first denominator is x. Next we have b is 1 also, over x minus 2, and the third is negative 2 over x plus 1. You can also rewrite that plus and minus give me minus, so it will be 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 2 minus 2 over x plus 1. This is my solution.